Maybe it does.
Ahoy, we're going to get into the show here in just a second. I just quickly wanted to remind you, go visit my Patreon page, patreon.com/Doug Driesel Jr. That supports all of my comedy endeavors, but a lot of that money goes toward the podcast. As of the recording of this intro, these are a list of things that I have released on the Patreon page this week. 3 stand-up sets, a feature-length script, a handful of sketch scripts, a Stream of Consciousness newsletter, a Mystery Science Theater 3000 style short, a Mystery 3000 style feature-length movie, exclusive music playlists from the Vinyl Mixtape, a syndicated radio show that I host, a list of topical jokes for the week, and much, much more. So go visit Patreon, learn what I can give you, and learn how you can help out the podcast. And now, Obscure Reference with Doug Driesel Jr. Ahoy, and welcome to Obscure Reference with Doug Driesel Jr. I am your host, Doug Driesel Jr. Happy Joe Piscopo to you. And now, our show with the theme song that sounds like this. Well, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. It's going to be good times, great oldies.
You know, I think it's going to be great times.
What's your favorite oldie station? Like, where you grew up, what was the oldie? Because there's always one oldie station in every town. Like, I'm talking like oldies, like 50s and 60s. Like, what was your favorite oldie station?
Oh, yeah. No, I miss it. It was 105.1. Their mascot was a cat. It was kind of a Heathcliff.
It was like a cool cat kind of thing, or?
Yeah, he wore sunglasses. He was like a cross between like Heathcliff and Garfield.
Now, I noticed that the cat you brought with you today is wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, I really, it's so funny that you bring up this right now because that.
Well, it's like Clifford the Big Red Dog size cat. I'm exaggerating, but it's huge.
It is huge. It's not Clifford size, but it's definitely people size.
Right?
Yeah, standing
on its hind legs.
Yes.
It's very unnerving, and now it is opening that can of beer and drinking it. Okay, That is terrifying.
Well, you know, I trained him to do it. I have such a place in my heart for the golden oldies that I sought the world over. And
for the mascot.
Mascot.
This is the mascot.
This is the
for
mascot.
105.1.
I didn't want to bring.
What
it
are
up
the call
before.
letters?
KOSC.
KOSC. All right, 105.1 KOSC.
Mm-hmm. And actually, that's the name of the cat. I think it had a real name, a name before at least, but KOSC is what I call him.
It once had a real name.
Yes.
And is it true, the rumors I hear, that once somebody figures out that real name and says it to the cat, it will disappear into a puff of smoke, into its own home dimension?
Yes.
Or convinces it to say it backwards?
It's actually either or. And I know I am actually the only one with the knowledge to my knowledge. And I guard that knowledge with my life because if I were to let go of this cat, I would let go a piece of my childhood soul.
So wait, is that why those Byzantine knights were attacking the club earlier where we're recording?
Yes, it's a constant issue. I don't like to bring it up because I don't like to be a burden, but it inevitably is.
Wow, that's insane. I know. I'm mesmerized by the movements of this anthropomorphic cat.
I thought you were going to say the movements of the Byzantine warriors, cutting through the
I mean,
steel,
they're slashing and hacking. I don't. This club is made mostly of, I believe, concrete, and they are doing a number on it with their what I only can assume is enchanted swords.
Yes, it is enchanted. But the thing is,
you have the knowledge. I mean, I know you fight them, but I mean, how do you get the knowledge of the inside of their?
Well, here's actually the funny thing. I am the only one with the true knowledge of their enchantment. I just can't turn it off. But I can prevent them from making
How
it
did you
stronger.
gain this knowledge? Wait, hold on.
Okay, so I was in Thailand gathering the knowledge of the KOSC Cat, and I just...
And we're back from the theme song here. We'll get back to that here in just a second. We were having a fun little conversation during the opening theme. Welcome to Obscure Reference with Doug Driesel Jr. Are we still pretending this is a community forum thing? Sure, why not? All right, so community forum podcast, where today we are getting down and dirty with a local citizen of this town. And now we're going to go ahead and introduce him. He's a local shopkeep. He owns a business in the downtown area. It is an interesting little store. They sell entirely pornography, made between 1997 and 2002. He's going to tell us a little bit more about why they chose to do that, and also where he got his horrifying man cat. All of this and more when we welcome Jean Valjean.
Thank you, Doug. Not a lot of people get my name right. I appreciate that.
Oh, hey, no problem. I'm a huge fan of The Miserables, so I definitely am a fan of John, Mr. John.
Mr. John.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what Jean Valjean is in English, right?
Yes, you can call me Mr. Valjean, though.
Mr. Valjean. Thank you, sir. I am sorry about it. So, I guess we've got one of two avenues we can go down, and I'm guessing whichever one we go down is going to determine the course of where this show goes from here on out. Should we talk about your pornography store, your very specialized pornography store, and completely forego talking about your monstrous, horrible cat? Or should we discuss your cat and pretend that your business is just a thing that is?
Well, Doug, ultimately...
Or is there a third option I have not yet considered?
There is, in fact. Honestly, you cannot talk about one without the other. All pornography, not all pornography, but a significant amount of pornography...
Is made by cats. As we all know.
Is made by cats in Thailand. And in
Thai cats, of course, the ladyboy cats. Yes,
exactly. Yeah. And it's a very legal...
Meow love you long time.
Yeah, it's a very legal gray area, as are most Thai things. But between 1997 and 2002, it was temporarily legal to import Thai cat pornography.
Wait, how did this come about? First of all, we need to discuss why it was illegal in the first place. Wait, and now the cat pornography. Now, we specified it was made by cats.
Yes.
Starring humans, though.
Yes.
Except for that one that had a bear, but the rest starring humans.
Right, and the bear was not sexually used in any way.
No. It was the spanking instrument, if I remember correctly.
Yes, exactly.
They trained. There was the montage in that specific movie where they trained the bear to spank a woman. And it was like a Rocky montage over the summer.
And she was fully clothed, and so
it was a really weird, terrible porn.
Yeah, it was less of pornography and more of a Rocky parody with bears.
Oh, good. I thought the soundtrack sounded a lot like Survivor.
It was definitely a royalty-free.
But okay, good. Okay, so anyway, we need to discuss why this was illegal in the first place, and what happened to make it illegal, or what happened to make it legal again, I mean to say, and then what happened to make it illegal again in 2002. So go ahead and address those three things. Let's do a reverse order.
Okay.
What happened to make it become illegal again?
Illegal again. Okay, so the year was 2001. The country was still reeling from the attacks of September 11th.
Welcome back.
And
to the same
once it was a different world after that, and people had different perceptions of other countries. And honestly, in my opinion, it was just prejudice. People thought that bestiality was involved, but in fact, these were super intelligent cats from another dimension, not even expressing their sexuality, but the sexuality of very beautiful Taiwanese women. And ladyboys. And ladyboys.
And we got you on the spot.
And ultimately, it just perceptions went wrong, things went sour, and all imports were closed. But here's the thing, Doug.
Don't like a sour ladyboy. Welcome back. Welcome back.
But here's the thing, Doug. Even though the imports were outlawed, anything that remained was still legal to have and to sell and to keep.
Okay.
Which makes my business possible.
So what happened to make it legal again?
Well, honestly, I'm still kind of working on making it fully legal, but it is partially
But I mean, there
legal.
was during that period of time.
Oh, we're going in reverse order. Yes.
Yes.
So it was legal again because it was the 90s, man.
Oh, the Go-Go 90s.
It was the Go-Go 90s.
Everything went. We had whale tails. Ladies had their whale tails happening, and gentlemen had their wheelie skate shoes, and gender roles were being questioned,
but not violated.
And of course, there were so many Daria-like women.
Yes, including Daria.
I was more of a Jane guy myself. I prefer Jane between the two of them. Both of them seem to be a little bit of high maintenance. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I preferred Beavis and Butt-head and the owner of the burger place.
Oh, yes, that gentleman. Interesting fun fact. Did you know that I once, before I sold my comic book collection, I owned every issue of the Beavis and Butt-head comic book series?
I did know that.
You did know that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That was the first, the opening line of me asking you to be on the show was like, ahoy, my name is Doug Driesel Jr., I once owned every issue of Beavis and Butt-head, the Marvel Comics comic book.
It's
would you like to be on my show? I would like to talk to you about your pornography store.
Yeah, exactly. When you showed up that day at the pornography store.
That's right. I showed up with the email in hand, and I gave it to you directly. Yes, because that's how I do email. I don't know if you guys have a better way to do email, but I write it out in my email on my phone and then drive over to that person's house and show it to them.
Yeah, it's...
I did come to your house, right? That was your house.
The pornography, it's sort of like a classic sort of... we're talking about cartoons, like a Bob's Burger situation. I live in the loft above the pornography store.
Ooh la la! I mean, who can say much better than living in a loft above a pornography store?
Yes, especially when the pornography store is your own and it only sells Taiwanese cat porn from 1997 to 2002.
Right, for sure. Only attracting the best clientele, I assume. Now, let me ask you a question. I always wondered about people who own pornography stores. How often do you have the issue of a muscle-bound guy in a tank top running through your store shooting the heads off of warthog police officers?
More often than one would think.
Right? Isn't that weird that how often that happens?
I don't claim to understand it, but then, other people can't claim to understand my store to begin with.
It's always the same guy, right?
It is always the same guy, and he is always wearing the same shirt.
Duke something, I think.
Yeah, it's honestly, okay, so I talked about how shifting attitudes in the United States. Honestly, I just feel like we should...
Was that while I was singing? Because honestly, when I was singing, I wasn't listening too much.
Well, yeah, because after September 11th, people's attitudes towards countries like Thailand changed.
I get a little bit... sorry. On the show, when anybody starts wistfully thinking back, you have to sing along with something in the background to...
Oh, of course.
...accent the flashback nature of... Anyway, so here we are, and we're going to get back into a little bit more about whether or not this demon cat wards off this crazy guy with a machine gun after this commercial break. Good first segment. I had a really great time. Let's turn that up just a little bit. There we go. All right. So let me ask you this. As far as... because we're going to get to why it was illegal in the first place.
Sure.
Because it's still ball in the air. Can't let it drop. We're going to get that when we come back. But right now, while we're off air, how good's this cat porn? Be honest. They can't hear you.
It's really interesting, Doug. I don't actually claim to...
And we're back. I want to hear the rest of this, so we're going to go back to another commercial now.
It's really interesting. I don't claim to enjoy it myself, but...
More of an intellectual study.
It's more of an intellectual study.
You wrote your thesis, I understand, on...
I did.
On Taiwanese cat porn.
Exactly.
And we're back. So why was it illegal in the first place?
So...
Nixon, probably, I would imagine.
And this is where it all comes together, and yes, Nixon was involved. So, at that point, Nixon had been dead for a little while, and what many people don't know...
So this was the mid-'90s?
Yes.
Yes, okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nixon had been dead for a little while, and honestly, Doug, it was a bit of a cover-up. He had spent...
Wait, how far does it go up? Please tell me. It goes all the way.
All the way up to the presidency, apparently.
To the presidency. Holy cow. I was going to say the top, but that's even bigger.
Yeah. To the top of the presidency.
To the tippy top.
Yeah.
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 The top. Yeah. Okay.
So it was an optimistic go-go time.
We've run out of things to mine from that particular side thought. Continue.
It was the Go-Go 90s with the Go-Go Clintons.
Now, I loved how the Clintons would always show up to their press conferences in like Beatles boots and short skirts and do the twist. And remember that one time they said "sock it to me." So anyway, continue.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think that's why Hillary lost the election. Is she that footage of her dancing in that go-go dancer's cage.
Right, and what was the most unfortunate was from like 2012. So
yeah, that's because she was clearly not enjoying it at that point.
It's an Illuminati party. Anything goes.
Exactly.
It was Illuminati.
That's actually exactly how they. So that's how it goes to the tippy top.
I understand that Illuminati is one of the cat porns that you have.
It is
being a play on words of the knot that happens when animals have sex and.
So Doug, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something right now. This is going to be an obscure exclusive.
Yes, I love those. Time to play the obscure exclusive theme song.
Is it play?
Nope, that's the broken theme song. There we go. So I'm part of a Warby Parker theme songs. It's called Eddie Warbler, and sometimes the ones they send me don't work as well as I'd hope.
Well, I'm also part of a Warby Parker of pornography, so I understand. Sometimes they don't work.
What's the weirdest porn that you've got? Also, before you answer that, do they also send a porn to homeless kids, like Eddie Warbler and Warby Parker?
Yeah, well, I mean, they modeled their business model off of them. If they're not selling glasses, they're selling pornography to. Well, they're not selling pornography to homeless kids. They're giving it to them out of the goodness.
Of course, yes. For every one pornography sold, another pornography goes to a homeless shelter. So, what is the? Actually, you know what? Weirdest is too easy. Let's do. What's the most mundane pornography you received from this Warby Parker of pornography?
The most mundane one I ever received was. It was from some obscure country bordering Thailand. I know Thailand very well, but I don't know.
Thailand 2: The Reckoning.
Thailand 2:
Yes.
The Reckoning. That sounds right.
Yeah, I backpacked there one summer.
Yeah, and that was actually the title of the DVD. It was Thailand 2. Well, it wasn't it was a VHS that I copied to DVD anyhow. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So still had all the fun lines and everything, but easier to play.
Exactly. It was.
How was the tracking on the original dub?
Absolutely horrible, but I have.
Could you even watch any of the things that were happening on this transfer, this pornographic transfer?
Well, unfortunately, the tracking issue was always exactly where the genitalia were, so it was a constant censorship. Good. Yes.
Okay. Wait, you said the tracking was right where the genitals were.
Yeah.
So that's the only part where you could see.
No, opposite.
Oh, okay, so it was bad where the genitals were.
Exactly. You had like a strip of just VHS snow right over where anyone was using their sexual organs.
Excellent. Very good.
Which may have, perhaps it was on purpose. Maybe that was the whole pitch of it. It was called tracking issues.
All right, we're back and here with an obscure exclusive.
I have a lot of exclusives. What was the lead up to this one?
Well, we were talking about some stuff, and then you said I've got an obscure exclusive. And then I played the theme song.
Well, the one I was probably thinking of was it was the Go-Go 90s with the Go-Go Clintons.
Right. And then we did the cage thing and all that, yes. Yeah.
And so the Go-Go Clintons actually made a secret journey down to the presidential graveyard.
Did it start with the phrase "Go-Go Gadget Clintons to the historical graveyard"?
Legend has it, yes.
Fantastic. And then they jumped out of some weird dude's hat.
Yes, they did.
Don Adams' corpse's hat.
Yes, exactly. It was a helicopter drop from the temporary Air Force One helicopter, Go-Go Gadget helicopter. They dropped out of it into a hat, out of the hat, and found themselves at the Nixon.
Seems like the hat was superfluous, but
it
continue.
Was, I think they were trying to cover things up and make it seem more unbelievable.
Oh, those sneaky Clintons.
Mm-hmm. Sneaky Go-Go Clintons.
Sneaky. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up.
I agree.
Excellent. All right.
So they found their way over, and this is all hearsay, but I was there, and I can tell you that it really happened. They went to the Nixon grave, and when Nixon was buried,
And KOSC Cat was just sitting there eating Cheetos?
who was sitting there?
KOSC Cat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
remember the giant cat that you have with sunglasses?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was sitting there, and
Eats lasagna, hates Mondays. You know what it is. You know the guy.
yeah. Well, he hates Mondays, but he actually really loves Tuesdays.
Fair enough. In fact, I understand that his favorite song is Tuesday's Gone by Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yes, it makes him very... He likes it because of the emotional stirring it gives him, because he wants Tuesday to never be gone.
Right. Don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
And it was, in fact, Tuesday when they made the helicopter drop into and out of the hat.
What a coincidence that it works in with
Well,
that
see, that's
weird
what they want you
nonsense
to
I
think.
said.
That's what they want you to think. It's coincidence. But this is the Go-Go 90s,
Oh,
Doug.
that's
And
the
nothing
Go-Go
was
90s and
coincidence.
anything went on. Wag the Dog told us as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Dennis, wow, that was a little louder than I thought. Dennis Leary was in that movie.
Oh. Wag the Dog?
Mm-hmm. Have you not seen Wag the Dog?
I have not seen... I have seen...
I highly recommend Wag the Dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Dustin Hoffman plays a movie producer, and I forget off the top of my head, Robert De Niro, I think, plays the government agent. And there was a scandal that happened shortly before the Monica Lewinsky thing that came out. But the movie came out shortly before that. But the scandal in the movie is the president was boning Girl Scouts. And in order to distract from this knowledge, they created a fake war with this Hollywood producer.
Well, Doug, I have not seen that movie, but I have seen that play out in real life. When they made it,
Gasp!
When they made it to the Nixon grave.
We're still on this. Okay, continue. Yes.
The Go-Go Nixon, yes, the
Go-Go Nixon. Yeah.
The Go-Go
Go-Go Gadget Nixon. Yeah, that's what you say when you go to Nixon's grave and you want him to pop out on a spring.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And he does a little dance because of the spring bouncing around. Yeah. But by now he's mostly decomposed, so it's just a skeleton flopping around in the.
And that's exactly what happened, and it's exactly what they intended to happen.
Skull and Bones is a weird society, man.
Oh, it is. And see, the Nixons really needed some advice from Go Nixon.
The Nixons needed it, so that's why they put him on the spring so they could show up and ask him. And then the Clintons are taking advantage of this fact.
Yes, because the Clintons had been
the whole
Girl
time.
Scouts.
KOSC Cat is doing what?
The whole time, KOSC Cat.
KOSC Cat, sorry, not KOSC Cat.
Well, KOSC Cat was there, but KOSC Cat was in the casket next to Go-Go
Is
Nixon.
that how he got his name? Is that why the radio station is named KOSC? And then the motto, the mascot is a cat. Is it because they found him lying in a casket, smothered in his home earth, so he could be transferred from one point to another?
Well,
is he is he the king of vampires?
He is the king of vampires.
Gasp!
And that is only part of the exclusive right now.
Oh my God! There's more.
So there are two cats. There is KOSC Cat of 105.1, and there is KOSC Cat of 105.9. The Gentle Giant.
Oh, wait. My head's going to explode. I thought KOSC Cat was from 105.1.
No,
but you're now
KOSC
telling
Cat.
me he's from 105.9 and KOSC Cat is from 105.1.
Yep. You might need to drink some water
Thank you.
to handle this.
And now, everybody, for a quick Foley minute. 1 minute of Foley. Oh, go down. Eyes on my face. Glug, 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 glug. You gonna help me out with Foley, or what's going on here?
I don't know what's happening, but I like it.
Well, we're doing Foley right now.
Like Matt Foley, the inspirational speaker.
Sure. Give me a van down by the river.
Just do an impression of...
Yeah, do an impression of Matt Foley right now.
I live in a van down by the river.
It's okay. That's an okay. I mean, you're not a professional comedian, so I don't expect you to be able to, but you own a pornography store.
Exactly.
And apparently spy on the presidents of the United States of the 90s.
Well,
and anthropomorphic cats.
Hold on, Doug.
Who may be vampires.
You might need to take another drink of water because this story is about to get crazy.
Hold on here. We're gonna do the taking a drink of water theme song right now. more water left. Aw.
Here, I've got some water.
Fantastic. I have a feeling I'm going to need something to spit onto the side over here away from my equipment. Thank you. So the taking a drink of water thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just taking a drink of water?
I'm about to. I've got to wait for the theme to be over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you need to have a drink of water before you hear this next bombshell.
Okay. Tell me while I'm drinking it.
Okay. So it was the Go-Go.
I'm not drinking.
Okay.
Hold on. We got to wait for the theme song to be over.
Okay. Well, I'm just setting it up.
They can't hear us right now.
Okay.
Oh, you're
I'm
you're
recapping for
revamping for me.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want you to forget. The people can rewind this.
Of course.
But you cannot.
By the way, we need to remind them when we come back to please be kind and rewind your podcasts before returning them to the podcast depository, where President Kenny was shot from.
Yes, that's
the podcast depository.
That's actually the business right next to my own.
Gasp!
Yep.
You're located in Dallas.
I am located in. You came to my store.
You know what? I did not know I was in Dallas.
Well, you probably just thought you were in Fort Worth.
I really thought I was in Fort Worth. Yeah, absolutely. So similar, the two of those.
Yeah, they run up right against each
Dallas
other.
has got that big building that's got that really distracting TV screen. It's several stories high, like dozens of stories high. You're driving along at night, and all of a sudden you get blinded by some white. The advertisement is mostly white. It's just shining this bright-ass light in your face as you're driving through traffic. Yay.
And when that happens to me,
I almost drank before the theme song was over. When that happens to you, what?
I know that I'm home when I've found that bright light.
And we're back! Blinded by the light. Revved up like a deuce in another room in the night. You were saying? My drink.
Well, it was really the Clintons that were revved up like a deuce, like a runner in the night.
What?
Yep. Not only did they have a Go-Go Gadget hat and helicopter, they also had a 32 Deuce Coupe that they...
Wait, was the 30... Now, this is not the classic car we're talking about. This was a piece of poop that they put an engine into, and it was a Deuce, of course, so it was a piece of poop that they drove around with a little engine.
See, the Illuminati do a lot of naughty things.
Because they're...
naughty.
As we bring it back to that one pornography from your anthropomorphic cat friends.
Yes. But
we kind of glossed over this. Are all anthropomorphic cats vampires, or is it just KOSC Cat?
All anthropomorphic... hold on. All vampires are anthropomorphic cats, but not all anthropomorphic cats are vampires.
So they're squares and rectangles?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. Good. All right.
So it's the Go-Go 90s.
Okay, excellent, yes.
With the Go-Go Clintons and the Go-Go Nixon corpse.
Right, the bouncing around on the spring was put there so the Nixons could get advice after he died.
Yes. Because he only had the true wisdom after he had died because he had been given the vampire powers.
Oh, so he was conscious and talking at this point.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he was a vampire was the bombshell, so...
Oh, I was a little overshadowed by...
the turd that they were driving.
The turd that they were driving, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I personally think driving around in a piece of shit is more notable.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it probably is. But here's how Taiwanese cat porn became illegal.
Oh, yes, we got to finish that.
Doug...
This was the first time.
Yes, this is the first time.
Yes, okay.
Doug, I have a very special place in my heart for golden oldies.
Okay.
It takes me back to a time that was
Hence
simpler.
you hang around with KOSC Cat?
Yeah, exactly. It just takes me back to a time before vampires and anthropomorphic cats and,
I gotta imagine that if CW romance shows have taught me anything, that supernatural shit will take up most of your life.
Oh, yes. It's absolutely true. Yeah. And I never would have anticipated that as a kid, just listening to Love Me Do and Chuck Berry's greater catalog.
Yes, Love Me Do, classic oldies song. Yes.
Yes. I mean, different definitions. Towards the end, 105.1 just started playing anything. And
oh, see, I like those, like a Jack FM. Yeah. Or, I guess, in the area where we're recording this, the river.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So,
Go-Go 90s.
The Go-Go 90s. Back then, I was still a Go-Go teenager. And I...
so wait, when you wanted to masturbate, did you yell out Go-Go Gadget Teenager?
And
then just start wagging it?
Go-Go Gadget Penis, but yes.
And also, were you watching this Taiwanese cat pornography at the time?
I actually hadn't discovered it yet. Because
it was illegal at the time, if I'm understanding.
It was illegal at the time, and it was
timeline of this.
It was a very big
because
cover-up.
you look to be 17, so I'm guessing you're about 17 years old.
Yes.
Okay, so in the 90s you were late 90s. You probably 99 is when this was.
Well, no, because it was 1990. This would have been 1996.
Okay,
it was 1997 when it became illegal.
Shortly before you were born. Gotcha.
Shortly before I was born, yes.
Yes.
See, it turns out the way...
I mean, I just said you look 17. You could easily tell me that I am incorrect on this this statement.
I could, but
this was a year before you were born, so you can't tell me that.
I have another exclusive for obscure reference.
Yes.
It turns out that if you die or are not born in the 90s, you are a Go-Go Gadget corpse. And I was a definite Go-Go Gadget fetus.
Okay. So it's sort of like the ghosts from Frighteners, only
I've not seen that movie
corpses.
either.
Oh, great Peter Jackson movie. Michael J. Fox plays a medium. He's a real medium, like he can really see ghosts.
Okay.
But he uses that power to con people. He convinces ghosts to go in and haunt people, and then he pretends to. He just tells them to leave, and then they leave, but he makes a big show of it. And anyway, and then there's a ghost that's starting to kill people, and he's the only one who can stop the ghost from killing. That's pretty good.
It's pretty similar to what I did.
Jake Busey is in it.
Oh, okay. It's pretty similar to what I did with Jake Busey in the eternities before I was born.
So in the eternities before, let me ask you this, because the timeline lines up perfectly. When you were a ghost zombie fetus, possibly also vampire,
also a Go-Go Gadget,
yes. When you were a Go-Go Gadget zombie vampire ghost fetus, were you in the TV show Shasta McNasty? With starring Jake Busey on UPN.
Even though I
for a year
was eternally young. Yes, I was.
Perfect. Even though you were eternally young, that is what you decided to do with your time. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. Well, everybody out there who even slightly remembers Shasta McNasty, congratulations. I just made your day. We're going to go ahead and get back on into it after this commercial break. Very good. Very good. I like that. Lots of obscure exclusives.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been wanting to get this stuff off my chest for a really long time now.
Right. I mean, I'm sure living as you do as a porn purveyor, a purveyor of the jacking off arts. I think that is that the way you like to put. Oh, we're back. So I guess now is the time for us to play our very new game. What am I thinking?
Okay, I'm down for that.
Good.
Also, I call the jack-off arts the Go-Go Gadget penis arts.
Okay, fair enough. Just leaving the balls out of the equation altogether.
Yeah, well, sometimes. Sometimes it's...
And totally leaving ladies out of the equation, too.
Yeah. You don't need ladies when you have Taiwanese cat porn.
Well, but ladies would like to jack off. They don't have penises.
Well, sure, but I'm referring to myself. That's Go-Go Gadget Clitoris.
Okay. Next time I get lucky enough to have a lady around, I believe that's going to be my battle cry.
Yes, as it is for me.
Go-Go Gadget Clitoris. Lick, lick, lick. Vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. A little bit of peppermint on there.
And then it's just Go-Go Gadget Vibrator, which is, it's...
Which is great, because then I can just lay back and eat a sandwich.
Exactly, that's what I do.
Yeah, right?
I was eternally young once. I don't got time.
You ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Doug, this feels really good. The constant drone of the Byzantine warriors in the outside, sometimes it kind of gets me down, but when I have moments like these where I can really reflect on my life and my literal eternal struggle, It feels good.
Well, good. I mean, I don't mean to bring it down, but I mean,
No, you're bringing me up.
just
Doug.
but the thing I'm about to say might. I mean, just by the rules of Chekhov, obviously one of those Byzantine knights is going to break in here in about 25 minutes. So,
Well, Doug,
it's something to look forward to, I guess.
I have an exclusive, not for obscure reference, but for you exclusively.
Gasp.
I'll have to tell you later.
Tell me later. All right, we'll have to remember that. Help me remember that.
Believe me, I will.
Okay, good. All right, we are here and we are having fun times, and now it's time to play What Am I Thinking? Jean Valjean. I walk into a grocery store. The grocery store has most of the items I want, but for some reason, it is only selling tuna fish cans in oil, not water. What am I thinking?
Boy, I wish they sold them in oil.
All right, next round. Jean Valjean. I am climbing Griffith Park's trails. I get almost to the observatory. Then I realize my phone has run out of batteries and I can't take a picture to prove that I have achieved greatness and been near the James Dean statue. What am I thinking?
Boy, I wish my phone hadn't run out of batteries.
Round 3. Jean Valjean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here. I'm interviewing a person named possibly after a character from Les Miserables. What am I thinking?
Boy, is he from Les Miserables?
Jean Valjean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn this question back on you.
Okay.
Are you from Les Miserables?
I am from every Les Miserables in every timeline.
Wait, hold on. So you're even Russell Crowe then?
I am.
You are Jean Valjean from every timeline.
Exactly, I am. I see all dimensions at once, but only through the lens of Les Miserables.
And so, of course, you've chosen to spend your life selling pornography made by cats in Taiwan. Or was it Thailand? Were we doing Taiwan or Thailand?
It's Thailand, but it's
Thailand. Okay, so Thai ladyboy cat, anthropomorphic mascots of radio station, vampire lords, and springy
Nixons. Well, Doug, seeing all timelines.
When you say it out loud like that, it sounds crazy.
Well, Doug, what is crazy and what isn't when you see all timelines through the lens of Les Miserables? I do these things.
You'd have to tell me. I don't know.
Oh, it's pretty crazy, Doug.
I bet.
Yeah. Honestly, I run this pornography shop to distract me because living this life is Les miserable.
I'm sorry, that's gonna need a high five. I guess the only thing that now, I mean, I'm sure all of our listeners are thinking now that they found out that you are in fact the Jean Valjean of all timelines. Please sing us a song
I would be very happy to do
from
that, Doug.
Les Mis,
Okay.
the very famous musical.
I will sing the version from Universe 347.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is the universe where Hitler never became to power in World War II and was in fact a moderately well-considered artist. It was sort of like the Bob Ross of his time.
Yeah, he had his work show up in their Antiques Roadshow occasionally. So,
Antiques Roadshow. Go ahead and sing.
this is Antiques Roadshow from Universe 347, Les Miserables. Oh, welcome to a show brought to you by viewers like you. And in the world where I love you, we watch this show where I know you. Thank you.
Great. Now, does KOSC Cat do any singing?
Oh, oh my goodness, Doug.
KOSC Cat, can I please hear something? Let's do from something from Rush. Can I hear something from Rush, KOSC Cat?
Okay, let's let him.
And remember, you are a vampire cat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Meow 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 blah. Meow 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 meow.
And that was, of course, Tom Sawyer by Rush.
It was Tom Sawyer. Yes.
Yes, absolutely, as everyone can tell.
Yes.
From the tune that the vampire cat just meowed. Now we're gonna go ahead and get. Thank you for that, both of you. Very beautiful singing voices from both. Apparently multi-dimensional anchor Jean Valjean, who exists in every universe, and who in this universe, of course, sells pornography between 1997 and 2002, made exclusively by cats from Thailand.
You know, KOSC Cat plays Robot Nixon in Universe 348 production of Les Miserables.
Now, I think next, we're Universe 348, you say? I think now is the time to play our brand new segment, What's Going On in That Universe 347 Les Miserables play?
Well, 347 was I just saying to you, but 348 with
Robot
348,
Nixon. Yes.
So, here's the next bombshell. And are we recording right now? Like,
no, they can't hear us.
Okay. Well, then we'll just have to get back to what we were talking about earlier. Doug.
Yeah, what's the thing we were talking about earlier that was the exclusive that you were going to tell me before, but then we came back.
Doug,
and then you said, trust me, I won't forget.
Doug, I am a very sad, sad man who lives a life of eternal... Well, I lived a life of eternal misery. I'm living a normal life now.
Oh, so you've won the quickening.
Yes.
And defeated the Drogon and gotten your deepest wish. And are now running with deer, apparently.
The only issue is that it's like the monkey's paw. A wish always has.
It's always masturbating monkey penises?
It's always masturbating monkey penises. Or in this timeline, Byzantine warriors. It's the one exception.
Speaking of which, I'm hearing the sounds of them hacking against the walls, and it's sounding like they're about 10 minutes from getting in.
Yep. This is the day I die, Doug.
Wait, so are you also somehow the Miss America Pie guy, Don McLean?
I am Don
Is that
McLean.
why you wrote that song? Is that song about today?
In this timeline, Les Miserables is what it is.
Wait, are you also James Brown?
I am.
And have written the song It Is What It Is about this situation right now?
Doug, I am all artists, including Hitler.
Whoa! We're back. And so we were going to do something. I had a segment that I was going to do, but my mind was blown during that theme song. The things that were revealed to me, I can't even begin to tell you people about.
I can't yet reveal them until my death.
Well, you did to me during the theme song.
Except to you. I just needed to get it off my chest.
I'm the one exception in the prophecy. You
Yes.
get to tell me. Okay, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's go ahead and do Sliders Game. Why not, since I can't remember what segment we were about to do. Sliders Game.
The sliders exist in every universe.
I think that's the point of Sliders.
It is.
I think that's the whole point.
I think that is the point. Because every universe knows that there must be other universes, theoretically.
Yes, absolutely.
There's always a Mallory and there's always a Quinn.
But there's almost never another crying man.
No. You know, in Universe 87-1, he is played by both... Well, he's played by originally James Brown, but then Don McLean took his role.
So, you...
Yes.
But you played him and then you took the role from yourself.
I did.
Okay, gotcha. All right, good to know. Mm-hmm. How you doing, KOSC Cat?
Meow.
Fantastic. I love to hear the cat. I'd like to hear a little more vampire. But so there we go. That's some good KOSC Cat. Thank you. That might also be the name of the episode.
Yes.
Blair.
It sounds like the. You ever played Robotron?
No.
Oh, it sounds like that. You know, Robotron exists in almost every timeline. I forget if it exists in this one. Maybe it doesn't exist in this one, and that's why you don't know.
Oh, it's the Berenstain Bears of this universe.
Mm-hmm.
And this universe is called Robotech.
Yes, it doesn't have a number. It's just called Robotech.
Yes, absolutely. I know more about the role-playing game than I do about the anime, but actually, I think it was a trading card game that I know more about. That's what it is, the trading card game for Robotech. Really cool mechs. All right, we're back. It's time for the Sliders game. Anybody play the Sliders game? You do Slide New Universe, and you tell me yes or no questions, and then I answer those questions, and then when the time comes, you decide whether you want to slide in. Okay, that's what we go. So you slide into a universe, and you are on the corner of, let's say, Santa and Claus in Des Moines, Iowa, or is it Illinois? Des Moines, Illinois. Let's just say Des Moines, Illinois. And you're in Des Moines, Illinois, on the corner of Santa and Claus. And suddenly, Jerry O'Connell and, let's say, Gimli from Lord of the Rings show up.
Okay.
And they start kind of razzing you, pushing you around a little bit, back and forth.
Mm. Well, Doug, I think you, well, I can't tell you this, but I am literally someone who has done a lot of terrible things and painted a lot of art.
Right, because you're Hitler.
Oh, yeah, well, that was...
You told me.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna...
Oh, because it was during the theme, and I'm not supposed to say...
See, you're really testing my trust right now.
I'm sorry, we'll bleep it out.
Okay. But yeah, I'm literally Hitler, so I can just push them around a bit, and I think they get the idea.
I got you. Actually, let's go ahead right now, and on the count of 3, let's both give the bleep sound, and then I'll use that to bleep it out.
Okay.
Did I say I was counting up or down?
You start, and I'll figure it out.
All right. 3, 1, 2, beep. Excellent. Thank you, KOSC Cat. So, anyway, you were asking me yes or no questions.
Oh. I am asking you yes or no questions.
Because we're playing Sliders game.
How does that game work?
You asked me yes or no questions about the universe you've slid into.
Oh, okay.
And then, remember the mumbly thing I said where I was mumbling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I literally Hitler?
You are literally, in all universes, you just told me you in all universes, you're literally Hitler.
Am I literally James Brown?
I mean, you were the one who told me that you are, so I have to assume yes. In this universe, like all universes, you are both Hitler, James Brown, and also Don McLean, apparently.
Am I going to die today?
Today is the day you die. Tears in the rain. Time to die.
How do I feel about that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. That's all
Tears
I need to know.
in the rain.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many?
Fires off the belt of Orion.
You know, the belt of Orion is near and dear to my heart.
I do. They put that in your bio when you. We really should have focused on that, but we were so all this other stuff kept popping up, so I didn't know. Yeah.
You know, it's hard to live the last day of your life and knowing that all the things you thought and all the things you said may not be said in this timeline.
Right.
In this Robotron timeline.
Right. I think we're in the Robotech timeline.
I'm sorry, I get them confused. I died 10 minutes later in the Robotron timeline.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now, here's a question from me to you. During this game where you're supposed to ask me questions. Mm-hmm. In that timeline, what do you do with that extra 10 minutes?
Keep playing this game.
Oh, beautiful. We play for a whole 15 minutes?
Yeah, it gets very excruciating. I see all, Doug. I see all.
So you're like Sylvester Stallone's character in the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
I am Sylvester Stallone's character.
So you are. You're Stakar Ogard.
Yeah, I'm not
Ogdor.
I'm not Sylvester Stallone, but I am the character.
That's fucking badness. All right, well, I guess then there's no point in you asking me yes or no questions because you know
I know
how I'm going to answer. So, I guess make your choice.
Yes.
And you slide into a world full of bees. And that is how we play the Sliders game. Ba 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 ba. All right, let's do the theme song here. I think it was this one.
This reminds me of Little Richard's greater catalog.
It's my understanding you're also Little Richard.
I am also Little Richard.
You're good. All right.
You know, in one timeline...
Actually, really quickly, would you mind taking off your headphones real quick? I'd like to talk to KOSC Cat for a few moments.
Okay.
Kind of go over in the corner there, and think about all the different universes you've been. KOSC Cat. Don't forget to tap your knees as you walk away, so I know. Okay, cool. All right, KOSC Cat. So you're hanging out with this guy a lot, right? He's just crazy, right? Like he's saying he's all these famous people, and that's usually what crazy people do. I mean, have you ever seen Dream Team? Yeah, Michael Keaton. And Young Frankenstein, Peter Boyle. Thank you. I forgot you were a vampire for a second. So you don't think he's just some crazy person who just thinks? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, stop drinking my blood! Stop drinking my life's blood from my neck! No! Gushing blood.
This is the timeline where you die, Doug. I think. That might have been the Robotron timeline. The Byzantine warriors might like you in this one. I don't remember. You're dead, but they could resurrect you. Oh, shit, here they come. I'm getting stabbed right now. I'm dying. It's okay. I've seen this before when I was a robot fetus. I always knew. When the Go-Go Nixon ran that turd straight into the Hudson River, I always knew that Doug would interview me on this day in every timeline. And in some he would die. I just can't remember which one the Robotech plays out as. Let's get out of here, Cat. Let's suck some blood some Taiwanese strippers.
We've only broken, men! There's... Oh. Looks like the devil cat took another victim.
That devil cat. Ever since Nixon resurrected him, it's never been the same.
Now, hold on. Nixon resurrected him? Hold on, I don't remember this story.
Listen.
Can you go over it again in, under 5 minutes?
So there I was, living life as an eternal fetus, as one of his characters.
Oh, hold on. I think we got to go to a commercial break.
I like that this podcasting equipment is just sitting here.
Right. I think we can use it. Hi, welcome to the Byzantine Minute with the Byzantine Knights. How's it going?
Hey, it's pretty good. Are we talking to the people or are we talking to each other? Because I'm feeling pretty good, James.
Hey, I think we're talking to both of us.
Hey.
You know, I was thinking sort of like a Kevin and Bean kind of thing in the morning.
All right.
Oh, fantastic. Wait a second, what country are we from? Are we English or Australia? Hey, we're back and we can't decide if we're from England or Australia.
Never really could.
Jack, what do you think we are?
I think that we're all things to all men, but mostly to each other.
Awfully fucking esoteric there, Jack.
Yeah, and that's what I like about you. You make sure...
Wait, is it that I hold you tight? I never want to let you go. Always make you feel all right.
Yeah, I like how late at night, when you make...
I'm whispering in your ear, tell you all the things that I want to hear, because it's true. You. It's what you like about me.
You.
What you like about me.
You.
Oi! All this singing is making me hungry for onion rings. On tartar sauce.
I could go for some tartar sauce.
Wait, for no onion rings, just a big vat of tartar sauce?
Oh, of course, you know how I like that.
Don't continue, sorry, I was just laughing at the way I said tartar sauce.
James, I have an exclusive for the podcast.
What? Wait a second, is this a Byzantine Times exclusive?
This is a Byzantine Times
I
exclusive.
think it's time for the Byzantine Times exclusive theme song. Oh, I can't wait to hear this exclusive.
I gotta hold off on it because the people can't
Theme
hear
song,
us.
Yeah, it's good. We can't wait.
It's burning a hole through my stomach.
Cool, blimey, I think this guy's moving down here. I think he might be one of the undead.
Ah. Well, you know, we've killed a many undead cat. I'm sure we could kill a undead person.
Hold on, I'm gonna put the stake through his heart.
Through his heart.
Right, yeah, through his heart.
Alright.
Alright, so I got in the bag. And remember how I told you to go ahead and pack the bags for us to fight the vampires, cats?
Yeah.
And I said, hey, why don't you bring, like, the little bell on a string and some steaks? And you said, oh, God blimey, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I put in the nice, sirloin steak.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can't stick that through no art now, can I?
Well, you know, if you feed it to him, I'm sure it will slowly clog his
Oh,
arteries.
what am I feeding him? He's dead right at the moment.
Well,
And
then
soon
why
we'll be alive and feasting on the lifebloods from our necks.
Well, phooey.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I
Look, I say we gotta get out of here after this exclusive so this vampire don't get up and bite us.
Well, you know, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, and I say that's what we gotta do.
That's what we gotta do.
Well, we're gonna finish our Byzantine Times podcast.
And our vatata sauce.
The Vatata sauce. And the legendary Byzantine Times podcast has been around for years and is only about 10 minutes long.
Uh-huh. It's wherever we found podcasting equipment, we just make it go.
Usually it's wherever that devil cat been. Oh, and your exclusive, the Byzantine Times exclusive.
James, I've been a Byzantine warrior for a long time now.
Oh, it's been nigh on a century, eh?
Not on a century. And you know, James, you've been with me that whole time.
Die, some people have called us the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern on account of we dead.
Yeah. But you know what, James?
Dead Byzantine warriors hunting anthropomorphic vampire cat mascots radio stations.
It's what we do.
It's who we are.
It's both of us. And we're
Jack
the
and
only
James.
two. Jack and James. But you know,
Byzantine warriors.
the Byzantine boys. Late at night, James, when I'm sitting in bed,
Oh, tell me about it, Jack.
dreaming about the Byzantine warriors that we are, sometimes I say Go-Go Gadget Penis and I think of you.
God blimey. It makes me well up in the cockles of me heart, doesn't it? Update. We got to go talk about this over some frozen custard.
A big vat of frozen custard.
Big fat vat of frozen custard. So, I say, we pat our knees as we walk out of this place.
Holding hands and Go-Go Gadget penising away.
Skipping penises. All right, here we go.
That's the sound of my penis skipping.
Right, I think it's my thought.
Oh.
Yeah. We haven't even left this podcasting equipment yet. We're just slapping our penises across our thighs.
It's a very awkward moment if it weren't for you.
Oh, I love you. Oh, man. Oh, what happened? I felt like I was bitten and drained of my lifeblood by a vampire.
Oi, what's
Possibly a
all
cat.
this then?
Hey, Byzantine Knights! Hiss?
Hey, listen,
Oh, he hissed at us! We gotta run away!
but you captivated my heart!
Whoa! Okay. Join us next week. Boy, now that I'm alone, I can say that was like a weird show. I think part of it, I was dead, and now I might still be dead. Like, not dead, but not alive. Sort of like an undeath.
Welcome to Purgatory. This is Robot Go-Go Nixon.
Robot Go-Go Nixon dance party. Hey. Hey. Dance party. So anyway, you're saying about Purgatory.
It's a terrible, horrible place. But if you're a robot, it ain't so bad.
Ooh, I am not a robot. I am apparently a vampire cat.
Vampire cats.
Like in the movie Night Stalkers, which was the first straight-to-script movie that Stephen King ever did.
You know, I am Stephen King in every timeline.
I figured as much. Yeah.
I'm also that movie in every timeline.
No, so you're a movie and the author of the movie.
I am the book as well.
Okay, cool.
Fair seat, bad hand.
Well, I'll see you later. It's
Bye.
dark.
Thanks to you for listening all the way to the end of the show. Just a quick reminder to please rate and review us on whatever podcasting app you happen to use. I mean, to be frankly honest, even though I don't have an iPhone, I have a Samsung, iTunes is a pretty big deal, so that's the one we're most interested in. But whatever you use, we want you to like, rate, and review us so other people can see us. Also, please go out and tell anybody you think would like this podcast about it and have them visit our website at obscurereferencepodcast.com. See you next time.